Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Breakpoint Breakdown. This is our daily roundup for what is it? Day four. Day four
Yeah.
of the French second round underway. We are done with the first round. Second round matches beginning today. But first, as promised, we told you that if Monfils came back, we would talk about his match, and he did end up coming back from 2 sets to love
Yeah.
down, delighting the French crowd along the way last night. Chase, did you see any of it? What did you think about it?
I wasn't able to see any of it. However, I think it's definitely bittersweet for the French crowd, especially for Monfils, because he's most likely going to lose the next coming
Yeah,
rounds. But I feel like it was at least kind of enjoyable to see him get one more win at Roland Garros and the potential future that we could see if he's gone entirely. I feel like it was good for the French crowd and for him as a person, definitely.
yeah, really nice to see Monfils winning. He actually, believe it or not, has the most French Open 5 set wins.
Yeah,
So
I saw
yeah,
that stat. Yeah, that's wild, dude.
yeah. So that is good. So that concludes the first round matches. Let's start getting into some of the second round matches that began today. We had a couple of upsets, which we'll get into. So we mentioned yesterday that Shelton was given a walkover against Gaston, so he was already
Hmm.
into the third round. We had Alexei Popyrin. He defeated Tabilo today in straight sets 5, 3, and 4. So good win for him.
Hmm.
And then we had Lorenzo Musetti. He cruised past Galan 4-0 and 4, and it's
Yeah.
his second straight match with the bagel.
Yeah, I want to talk about that, dude. The level
Yeah.
Mussetti's playing right now, like it's starting to become like a dark horse sort of level, especially with Ruud out playing Borges. You saw that,
Yeah.
especially with
We'll
Ruud
go
being
over that.
out, dude. That leads to Musetti having a much easier route to get to Alcaraz. On top of that, like Musetti is looking scary right now, dude. Two straight set wins and two bagels. That's like Rafa stats in Roland Garros, dude.
Yeah, no, this is seriously impressive from Musaid right now. Starting all the way back from the clay court season, he has just been a menace on the clay. Really nice to see him. He should make the semifinals, in my opinion, and
Yeah,
would love to see him play Holger Rune in a potential fourth round match.
that would be a really good match, man. Holger Rune has also been playing great.
Yeah. All right. Upset here. Damir Jumher. We talked about how we liked his outfit in the preview. He upset
Yeah.
the big serving Frenchman GMP, the 31st seed, in 4 sets. And he had a scary fall in the fourth set, too. While he was serving, he injured his knee and he was limping. And a lot of people thought he was going to retire, but somehow he finished the match and he won.
Yeah, just gonna go a little bit of like a dick move, sort of like just beat GMP. But I mean, if he can get past it for the next round, man, I'm happy for Juber. But at the same time, an injury in this Grand Slam, especially when you're most likely gonna be facing four and 5 set matches, that's gonna set him back for sure in the future. It's a good win, but I also didn't expect Pericard to lose this early in Roland Garros.
Yeah, it's a great win for him, but he won't move on because he's got Alcaraz next. So
Yeah, he's gonna lose regardless. Yeah.
yeah, so that's tough. All right. Probably the biggest upset today, you could argue the Rude one is, which we'll get to in a second, but Rude was injured.
Yeah.
Matteo Giganti from Italy, he upsets Tsitsipas, the 20th seed, in 4 sets. Tsitsipas, former finalist here, he loses, and guess what? He will leave the top 20 for the first time since August of 2018.
Yeah, that that's honestly really terrible from Tsitsipas, man. I mean, I saw a post about him talking about it after the match. He said he
Yeah.
still has like a passion to be one of the best players, but I mean, dude, if you're losing like this at a tournament where you've been to the level of a finalist,
Mhm.
especially winning Monte Carlo like 3 times, I think, right, in the past like
Yeah,
four
three
years.
times. Three out
Yeah,
of the
especially
last
if being a
five, yeah.
clay specialist with the way he plays. I mean, you can't drop your level like this. This is where he usually would get the most points to be able to save his ranking for the rest of the year. I mean, this is detrimental to him, and I feel like it's definitely detrimental to his ranking as well. If he's dropping out of the top 20, I mean, soon we're gonna see him in like challengers in the like next like 2 years.
Yeah, no, he's not in a great spot right now in his career. It's August of 2018. So, I'm going to say this is a testament to his consistency, but
Yeah.
also his downfall.
Yeah, it's also been happening with a lot of like the next gen players. I feel like from like the 20s, like 2019 generation, like
Exactly.
Medvedev,
Yeah,
Rublev,
Medvedev
Tsitsipas.
and Rublev both out of the top 10 as well right now.
Yeah, and they've been consistent as well. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
common theme amongst these players. So it makes you wonder: are the new gen players better than them, or is it style of play just being changed? You know, that's also it. Also brings up that question.
Yeah, and Tsitsipas, I think, talked about it was maybe before this match. He talked about how the style of play has changed in the past few years.
Yeah, it's been much harder hitting, a much faster game than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I think that's all because of Carlos Alcaraz.
Oh yeah, 100%. With Alcaraz and Sinner
Center
both
as well, yeah.
revolutionizing the game, and Fonseca too. Honestly, I mean, we've seen him slapping forehands the whole time. I mean, the game is changing. Players are getting stronger. Balls are being hit harder. Courts are still faster. I mean, we're seeing an advancement of tactics and ball striking that I feel like will lead to a much faster game for the next couple of years.
Yeah, no, I agree. Can Tsitsipas recover from this? Can he not? Can he get back into the top 10, let alone top 20?
I mean, we'll see in the future. I don't see him doing that much at Wimbledon, just because the play style just doesn't match it. But I mean, he could get a little bit of charisma, maybe make like a quarterfinal. I think like that would be good for him, especially at the level that he's at now. But I feel like he's definitely gonna have confidence issues going into Wimbledon and all these other Masters and the new tournaments that are coming.
Yeah, I guess the good thing for him now, he doesn't really have any points to defend. He can kind of be in this underdog mentality because he's not going to have expectations on him right now. I think he's 25 in the live ranking, so he's not going to have any expectations on us, and so it might be good.
Yeah, coming in with nothing to lose, it'll be good for him.
And one more thing, there were reports that Goran Ivanisevic might be joining his team as well after this tournament, so that might be good for him as well.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's move on. The 24 seed Hatchinov, he fought through Offner in five grueling sets. So I said Offner was actually going to beat him in the preview, so that's a wrong prediction by me. Chase, one of your predictions is looking good about Hatchinov that we'll get to a little bit later. Any thoughts on this?
Honestly, not really. I expect Hachinov to keep the consistent level that he's been keeping for these past couple of Grand Slams that he's been playing. I mean, a five-setter will be detrimental to his physicality, but I don't think it'll be
Yeah.
enough to sway how far I have him going. I feel like he'll end up going there if he can push himself even farther. I feel like this is a good win for his confidence as well, considering he lost to Alcaraz all the way back in
Rome.
yeah, Rome. Yeah, Rome in
Yeah.
3 sets. I feel like this is a good confidence booster for him, getting a clutch factor. So I think he'll have a couple benefits coming from this match for sure.
Yeah, and Hatchinov is actually he's one of the fittest guys out there, so this shouldn't affect him too much.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to one of the biggest upsets of the day. Nuno Borges upsets an injured, we have to say, injured Casper Ruud, seventh seed here in four sets, 2-6,
Yeah.
6-4, 1, and then a bagel in the fourth. I don't want to take anything away from Borges here, but we do need to talk about Ruud because he had the knee injury, and
Yeah.
hopefully it's nothing serious. He actually said it's been on and off since April, and he's been using painkillers, which is interesting because he won Madrid, if you remember,
Yeah,
about a month ago,
yeah,
and then he
didn't he
made the
talk
quarters
about
in
taking
Rome.
painkillers in Madrid?
I'm sorry.
Didn't he talk about taking painkillers in Madrid to get to the final? Like
Yeah,
he was
I
playing
think
with
he did. Yeah,
painkillers. Yeah. Yeah. I think that was like sort of a precursor to what was to come for sure.
yeah. So this opens up the draw as well because Rude was a big favorite to make the quarters, but
In both
now,
of our brackets, yeah.
yeah, if you look here, you got Borges taking on Popper next, and then you have Hachinov, Tommy Paul. One of those guys will make the quarters, probably play Alcaraz. So good opportunity there in that root section.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, and then one more thing I want to say about Casper Ruud. He said he felt obligated to play, and that's due to the ATP's mandatory requirements because, as you know, 8 out of the 9 Masters 1000s are mandatory by the ATP.
Yeah, I feel like that's a terrible mandatory to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't like them having that. I feel like it puts a lot of pressure on the players for sure. I mean, yeah, I think they should get rid of that to be honest with you.
Yeah. And so one of the things that Casper Ruud was referring to is that at the end of the year, the players that are ranked 1 through 30 are given a bonus at the end of the year. But if you miss one of these Masters 1000s tournaments or these mandatory tournaments, there's a 25% cut from that bonus at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean that's really just the ATP oppressing the players. I mean, I don't think they should be allowing that at all. To be honest, I feel like the players should get the cut regardless, and I feel like they should be allowed to pick which masters they play. Because if they do, then we'll get to see players more physically healthy, and we'll get to see better matches. I mean, it's better for the audiences in general.
Exactly, and that's what I think. It's just it's a rigorous tennis schedule right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. The 15th seed, Francis Tiafoe, he dismantled Carreño Busta in straight sets. Very surprising. We thought this would be closer. I think we both thought Carreño Busta was going to win this match as well.
Yeah.
Very impressive from Tiafoe. And Chase, we're going to talk about something that happened to you on Instagram today. So the Roland Garros Instagram account, they put out a post, and we're going to put this up on the screen so you'll see it. They posted the moment when Tiafoe won his match, and I'm sorry to this guy. We're gonna call you out here. I'm sorry, but John S. Foster comes out and says Tiafoe has such extraordinary talent in every facet of the game. Now I agree with that, but then this next statement is a little bit controversial. Nobody covers the court like he does, and Chase, you saw this and you responded, and I agree with you. Alcaraz covers the court three times the way Tiafoe does. LOL.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna make a whole list of players that I just decided to like not to not do that because I thought that would be overkill. But yeah, man. I mean, Tiafoe's movement is the weakest part of his game, if not one of the weakest. I feel like he definitely has a lot of aspects in his game that would allow him to succeed at Roland Garros for sure and be at the
Yeah,
level that
no.
he's at. But like that guy is just he's commenting it's a very dumb comment. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, there's definitely players that cover the court better than Tiafoe.
Yeah.
All right, so fun moment there. Let's move on. Holger Rune, he was given the night session after Gaston's withdrawal. He came through Nava, pretty straightforward. Was a tough second set, but he comes through, and he's gonna take on Alice next, the Frenchman. So he should make the fourth round and take on Lorenzo Musetti. That we should get that match.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be a hard match for Musetti as well if he does make it there, but I still feel like Musetti is going to win that in the end as well.
Yeah. Looking forward to potentially getting that. The number three, or not three, 23 seed, Korda, he dispatched Brooksby 1, 2, and 6.
Go.
Yeah. And Chase, I thought Brooksby, I think I said either it'll be close or that Brooksby will win, but you were pretty spot on this. You said Korda will come through in either 3 or 4.
Yeah. The same thing with Tiafoe, man. I feel like Brooksby isn't adjusted to the European clay courts, which is why I thought that Korda, with the level that he's been playing throughout the entirety of this year and last year, I thought Korda would
Yeah.
be consistent and be able to just overpower Brooksby, which is what ended up happening.
Yeah, good call there. And we're just going to take a little bit of a preview here. We're going to go over it more tomorrow. But Tiafo and Korda are going to take each other on next in an All-American battle. And
That'll
it's
be
an
very good.
yeah, and it's an opportunity for those guys to make the quarters because the winner of that match takes on either Juan Manuel Cerundolo, or Medjedovic. So the winner of that match should make the quarters. Chase, do you have maybe any early thoughts on this? Who are you maybe leaning in this match?
Not really, man. I mean, I've never seen much of both of these players. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm definitely gonna have to check out the highlights for sure.
Yeah, I am looking forward to this All American battle between Tiafoe and Korda. It should be pretty
Oh yeah, it,
special.
it, it should it should be amazing. Yeah.
All right, couple more. Tommy Paul, he came back from 2 sets to love down today, and he was injured as well. He had an abdominal injury. We're hearing it's a grade 1 abdominal strain, but he comes through to make the third round, and he will play Hachinov next.
Honestly, I feel like Hachanov's probably gonna end up dismantling him in 3 or 4, just due to the injury that Paul's gonna have to undergo and the confidence level that's gonna drop from him, especially having to come back from 2 sets down. His physicality is gonna be feeling it against Hachinov, and we both know Hachanov's physically a strong player, which is why I have him winning in 3 or 4.
Yeah, so this is exactly what I hinted at before. Basically, I said that your prediction was looking good. In our preview, we had Hachinov versus, or I had a different match, but you had Hachinov versus Paul, and you picked Hachinov, which at the time I was surprised about. But right now, it's looking very good for Hachinov. He probably should come through this matchup, given Paul's injury that he has. He's probably not going to get practice tomorrow, or at least he shouldn't practice tomorrow. Tommy Paul, He's gonna have to do everything he can possible to come out onto court on Friday and take on one of the most physical beasts out there on the tour with
Oh yeah.
Khachanov.
Yeah, it'll be a tall task for him to handle, and if he does end up beating Hachinov, I mean, more power to him. That just shows his willpower.
Yeah. Hopefully Tommy Paul is healthy for that one. And then finally, Carlos Alcaraz, the number 2 seed, he dropped the second set today, but comes through in 4 sets against Fabian Marjan. Could have gotten really complicated, comes through, and he will take on the injured Zoomer next.
Yeah, I have him pounding through Schermer, not a doubt. Probably straights, to be honest with you.
Yeah, a good win for Alcaraz. I mean, I mean, if he doesn't make the semifinals, Alcaraz, something went terribly wrong.
Yeah, so something went very,
Yeah.
very wrong.
I think we're all right now. We're all looking forward to maybe a Musetti Alcaraz semifinal.
A Musetti Alcaraz semifinal would genuinely be like the best matchup of clay throughout the year.
Yeah, it'll be really fun to watch that match if we get it. That is all for today. Let's move on to our preview for Thursday. We got a lot of good matches tomorrow. I'm looking here. First up, we got Munar taking on Fils, Arthur Fils. This could be a tough one for the Frenchman. Munar has been really good this year. He's been playing more aggressive. Do you think Munar can pull off the upset?
I think Munar's going to put up a fight against Monfils, but with the way Monfils has played this
Oh,
past
it's
round, I
Fils.
feel
It's
like.
Fils, not
Oh,
Monfils.
Feast, not Monfils, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I
Sorry.
get their names confused. They're both
Yeah,
Feast,
yeah. I know.
yeah, with the level that Feast played in the first round, I feel like he'll be able to get past Munar in probably four. I
Okay.
definitely feel like he could drop a set against Munar, but I feel like Feast's level and his ceiling is much higher than Munar's, which is why still see him winning in four, especially with the crowd as well.
Yeah, okay. I like Feast too in four, I would say. We got an all Italian battle as well tomorrow. Caboli, who won Hamburg against Arnaldi, he beat Djokovic in Madrid, so that should be a good match. And then we got a huge match here. The winner to take on either Sinner or Gasquet, Lehechka versus Davidovich Fokina. I mean, this is a potential 5 set match, isn't it?
Yeah, we talked about this in the preview for Roland Garros. Honestly, I see Fakina winning this and then bringing Sinner to probably four. I still don't see either Lechka or Fakina, honestly, putting up a huge fight against Sinner simply due to Sinner's gameplay and the level that he's been at throughout the whole year even before he got banned and when he came back. I still see Sinner beating both of these guys regardless in four. However, I do feel like their match is going to be very good, and I'm going to try to tune into it whenever I can.
Yeah, should be a good one. We also got men's sick in action tomorrow. We got Shapovalov taking on Mislic. We got Fernley taking on the 22nd seed Umber. I like Fernley to win that one. We got Zverev taking on De Jong. De Jong played center pretty close in Rome before he injured his
Yeah.
wrist. Can De Jong do anything tomorrow against Zverev?
I mean, I feel like Dion could maybe take a set off Zverev, but with Zverev's match against Tien in the first round, I feel like his confidence is going to be
Yeah.
fuming. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and Zverev was very aggressive, especially off his forehand in that first
Yeah,
round match. So good to see him being aggressive
yeah.
off
If
that
he
forehand.
can find his forehand, he's going to be a weapon at Roland Garros for sure.
Yeah. The key for Zverev, though, is he needs to be aggressive off that forehand wing when he gets to the quarters against a Djokovic or in the semis against a Sinner. That's when he needs to be aggressive
Yeah,
with that forehand.
he
So it's
cannot push off his forehand.
yeah, it's good to see him doing that right now, but we need to see him doing that in the later rounds if he wants to win his first major.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like that forever. I mean, with him, it's always a confidence issue. It's always a mental issue, never a mechanic issue. When his mechanics are on, he has the confidence in them. He's one of the best powerhouses of a forehand we've ever seen. I mean,
Yeah, no doubt about it.
yeah.
We also got Rublev. He seeded 17 here, a little bit lower than usual, but he takes on Adam Walton from Australia. This is an interesting match here. It's on clay, but we got Demon R 9 seed taking on Sasha Bublik. Can Bublik's antics upset Demon's rhythm? Do you think that'll happen?
I don't think Demon is the type of player to get caught up in the mental games of
No.
Bublik, but we're gonna have to see because Bublik's been cruising, dude. He's he's making a push in Roland Garros for sure, man. It'll be a funny match, definitely.
Yeah, it's interesting because Bublik has stated before, kind of like Medvedev, he hates clay. He said it in the past. He hates clay.
I think Medvedev hates it a little bit more than he does now, though.
Yeah, no, I mean we talked Bublik in the preview. We talked about Bublik won a challenger and he was ranked like 80, and now he's ranked
It's like
51.
50, yeah.
Yeah,
Somewhere in the 50s, yeah. It's funny. I find it pretty hilarious.
yeah, no, Bublik, he's one of the best personalities on the tour, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun match to watch tomorrow. We got The Brazilian João Fonseca, he's back in action after his big win over Hubert Hurkacz. He takes on uh the Frenchman Herbert. Herbert is a double specialist, so this should be an easy win for Fonseca, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I see Fonseca winning this in 3 or 4, especially with the confidence that he's gonna have from the Hurkacz match. I definitely see him winning this in 3 or 4, 100%.
Yeah, no, this should be a pretty straightforward win for Fonseca. Just a few more here. We got Quarantine Mute taking on Djokovic tomorrow. Now, we talked about Bublik's antics upsetting Demonar. Can Mute's antics, because Mute is also going to have the crowd in this match, could he do something against Djokovic?
Yeah, like we said before, I mean, I could see Mute messing with Djokovic a little bit. We did see Djokovic, I think, threw his racket in Geneva versus Hurkacz in the final. I'm pretty sure something like that occurred. So I could definitely see Mute getting into Djokovic's head slightly, but I still don't think it'll be enough to deter Djokovic from winning in probably the straights, to be honest.
Yeah, by the way, this match is not on Chatrier tomorrow. It's on Longland. We'll get to that in a second why it's on Longland, but it is not on Chatrier tomorrow.
Yeah,
So, well,
yeah.
just the thing about that, I think the crowd on Longland is going to be much more rowdier than it is on Chatrier.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, it'll be loud. It'll be louder on Longland for sure.
Yeah, excited for the atmosphere for that one. Alrighty, world number one Yannick Sinner takes on Gasquet, and it's Gasquet's final match, right?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Gasquet
Yeah,
physically cannot keep up with Sinner, and he has a one-handed backhand. And nowadays tennis, it's much harder to keep up with the power hitter like Sinner with the one-hander. I don't see Gasquet even putting up a set, to be honest with you.
yeah. Would be interesting to see if Gasquet could pull off the upset of the century, but doesn't look like he'll be able to
Does
do it.
not look
Um,
like it.
Follow us on Instagram. We put out a reel of us talking about this match in the preview, so go take a look
Yeah,
at that. And then our final match that I want to go through. It's the match of the day tomorrow for me. Monfils takes on Draper, but there's a little bit of a caveat. It's going to be the night session on Chatrier if Monfils plays.
yeah. I feel like the atmosphere is going to be huge for sure. I feel like Monfils is definitely going to try to play the crowd against Draper. But again, Draper isn't the type of player to get rattled by crowd, which is why I think he's probably going to beat Monfils in 3 or 4, simply due to the physicality difference as well. Because we saw the injury that Monfils had to deal with in round one against Delian. So, I mean, if Monfils can put up a fight against Draper, I would be surprised. I think it would be a testament to his fitness with how old he is. But I in a perfect world, in a regular world as well, I don't see Monfils beating Draper.
Yeah, well, first of all, I hope Monfils just comes out and plays. I hope he doesn't withdraw, just so we can get that atmosphere
Oh yeah, for
against
sure.
Draper. I'd love to see just Monfils throw everything he can at Draper. It's gonna be a fun watch. See what Draper's lefty forehand and all that spin into Monfils' backhand. Be fun to watch that.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
by the way, the reason Djokovic is on Longland is because Monfils and Draper is on Chatrier, and then Gasquet and
Yeah.
Sinner is because Gasquet is retiring. So that's why that is that. That is it for us. Is there anything else you want to add, Chase?
Um, Loki, I feel like Taafo is getting like a little superpower from like the outfit that he's wearing. That's all I want to talk about. Like, that outfit is really sick. I like what Lululemon did. I hope a lot more players use Lululemon as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Hopefully, we can get more people with signing contracts with Lululemon. Tiafoe's got a great all blue Nadal-esque 2018 outfit. Nice to
Seriously.
see him playing well on the clay as well. Thank you for watching today.
Thank you all.
Uh, like I mentioned, make sure to like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram. Putting out a lot of great content there.
Sure.
But that is it for today, and we will see you in the next one.